Hello, my name is Sasha Rodgers, and this project is on communication skills training for the workplace for the company of Williams Sonoma, in which I am employed. There are objectives for this project, which are explaining how communication skills for the workplace training contributes to Williams Sonoma's ability to develop people-centered management staff, uncover how can communication skills for the workplace training contribute to the organization financially, distinguish how communication skills for the workplace training affect management's ability to make strategic decisions, and break down how the implementation of effective communication skills for the workplace training impact employee retention and workplace diversity. So here is a quick summary of Williams Sonoma's history. The name I'd like to share is that Chuck Williams opened the first Williams Sonoma store in Sonoma, California, hence the name Williams Sonoma. And you can take a look there at the evolution of Williams Sonoma and its acquired stores. Williams Sonoma has core values as with many major organizations such as this one. The core values are people first, customers, quality, shareholders, social environmental responsibility, and all those things basically just says that this philosophy is the basis of Williams Sonoma's commitment to an environment where individuals are respected for their unique contributions and one that attracts, motivates, and recognizes high performance. Williams Sonoma recognizes that their associates are most productive in an environment that encourages mutual trust, support, and respect. So there are 5 major phases of the supply chain, which is sourcing, manufacturing, transportation, distribution centers, and hub operations. Now, I'm currently a distribution center training manager, so my area of focus is mainly on the distribution centers. More specifically, the distribution centers have experienced high turnover rates, and in order to improve retention and boost morale, communications training for the workplace is critical. So the introduction of the project basically says that communication skills for the workplace is the ability to communicate effectively with superiors, colleagues, and staff. Williams Sonoma recently implemented training initiatives to improve leadership communications and general skills communications for all associates. So this project uses existing research to evaluate the effects of communication skills for the workplace training across the organizations, and more specifically those 5 areas of operations that I mentioned a few moments ago. So this project, I conducted a needs assessment, which identified key areas of focus to tap in on. Okay, the purpose of the needs assessment was to determine the communication skills most important to the employees at Williams Sonoma, and then the results would then be used to determine the content of new communication courses to be offered to managers in the company. So the needs assessments that included an anonymous survey amongst all employees had these following questions: perceptions of attitudes of managers, fairness of practices, recommendations of improvement. And then, moreover, the assessment included 3 different types of analysis to measure what the company needs, which were organizational analysis, task analysis, and SWOT analysis. So the organizational and task analysis pretty much identified that the purpose of the needs assessment was to ask these anonymous questions online to gain that feedback. So the survey explores satisfaction levels, areas of diversity management, suggestions from employees on specific improvements. The task analysis talked about employees who were asked about their perceptions regarding knowledge, skills, and attitudes that should be prioritized for training their managers. So we had a recent AOS survey, which were performed by an independent consulting company that resulted in employees saying that they felt that they were not well informed. And additionally, employees felt like the communication that was being delivered was often a problem. Additionally, employees wanted to feel that their managers respected them as people and not just workers. So that was pretty critical in identifying some of the needs in order to make some cultural changes in regards to communication. A SWOT analysis was conducted, and the internal analysis was conducted by generating a list of successes and failures of the Williams-Sonoma within the fiscal year. So factors examined included the available quantity and quality of financial, physical, and human capital. So the business level strategy includes bringing serious financial performance to the company to strengthen the brand and, of course, to find new opportunities for growth. So treating employees well is financially wise as well as financially and ethically sound. So managers will be trained on, you attitude, positive emphasis, and bias-free language. All three of these communication styles will help achieve the purpose of friendlier messages, more persuasive, more professional, and of course more humane. The development of training objectives, basically, in a nutshell, general skills training such as interpersonal skills, ethic skills, and problem-solving skills are needed to begin the process of reversing the culture of poor communication. So, for example, we had an employee who had some confidential information that was shared by another tenured employee in accounting. So some personal financial information was being communicated in an open area where other employees were able to hear that information. And of course, it was reported to human resources. So those were the type of things that I uncovered during the research that determined the need for this particular training. The training program objectives is that managers in the company will know how to identify various elements of diversity, maintain differences and similarities between cultures, expectations on management styles, basic theory of communication skills, inclusive of listening skills, feedback, and importance of sharing information, which are all very important. The curriculum must be constructed in a way that supports efforts to provide skills and knowledge needed to bridge the communication gaps that Williams-Sonoma has experienced. The ability to synthesize, problem solve, make judgments, communicate effectively, and overall have a sense of purpose will be essential skills managers will need to know and be able to demonstrate. Ensuring the readiness for training. It's going to take upper management to start this process. And that's going to start with having team meetings, explaining why the training is necessary, informing managers that, these type of trainings are mandatory. The meetings are mandatory for these trainings, memos to be issued to further explain, the program objectives throughout. All of those things are critical in ensuring that managers are getting that information that they need. Managers will be asked to complete a quiz after each week to allow trainers to see their progress. And then they will be able to contact, or the trainers will be able to contact those managers to offer assistance if they feel like they're falling behind. Technology-based learning will be also implemented, which will include videos, audio presentations, PowerPoints, and games to stimulate, the different types of learning styles, because all of those things have to be taken into account. Online modules will also be provided. We have a new system called Skillport that allows our associates to go online and look up courses that they need or want to take, and be able to sign up for those courses. Additionally, they can have classroom training, and there are also some online modules that will be available to them. This is very important because oftentimes managers are not available to all come together and sit in one place to attend a training session. So that's very critical. The training program methodology is basically, there will be some self-directed learning. Managers will be, again, asked to complete those quizzes. And trainers, again, will be checking on the progress of those managers. In conclusion, the communication training improves the connection between employees and management. Effective communication skills training at Williams-Sonoma can drive bottom line results and retain employees. And managers are able to fine-tune their skills, and employees will greatly benefit from all of this. The training is very important. It's very necessary. And this research has allowed us to go ahead and start implementing some interpersonal skills courses, some listening skill courses, and we've compiled that information into at least 4 different training modules called Putting Your People First, which is the first step to turning around that culture of poor communication and getting Williams-Sonoma back on track of those core values that I mentioned earlier. Thank you so much for your time and listening to my presentation on communication skills for the workplace. Have a great day. Thank you.